You are now listening to Let's Talk. I am your host, Tony Williams. And at this time, we'll be going on a live stream for YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all my ones that on group on Facebook. Hit us up by email, TonyOnSpirit@gmail.com, on one radio talk@gmail.com, or by phone 337-513-478, or by Skype. Tony on one to check. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will be going live in just a second. We'll be live streaming on YouTube in about 1 second. Yes. And we're going live. But in the meantime, it's Monday night, after 9. And we are talking about discipline. Hi guys, we are now live streaming on YouTube. All my online radio listeners, you can call in now. Everyone that is watching the live stream, hello, welcome. And you can begin chatting live. I am your host, Tony Williams. And tonight we are talking about discipline. With everything that we see, what do you think of discipline? I mean, we have mass shootings, violent custody exchanges, in cases end up in a shooting or whatever the case may be, DNA battles that are leading to a lot of people getting hurt, including the children. They're getting hurt most of all in many ways. When they hurt, they're being emotional, don't have any security. They're going what they see, and unfortunately, what they see is not good. It's lack of discipline, and in some cases, it is overdoing discipline, and we're about the abuse. That's okay. Because you're scarring these children and violence, and that's because it is not help them. Think about this. You look back years, as far as you remember, when you got your butt in your pants. One, the other, both. And then grandma touched you up. And then papa touched you up. And if you got caught outside and your parents wasn't home, the neighbors touched you up, resulting in being touched by everyone down the line. It takes a village. That's what it takes, a village. And when these kids know that don't go on, they're just not gonna do it. Because it is the fear of everyone on my butt. It's not acceptable, so to not have them on my butt, I'm not gonna do it. Which in turn, when they went to school, they went to the principal's office, because it results in somebody knowing, somebody reporting, and discipline, punishment. There are many different ways that this can be accomplished, but when you have children and you don't, that's a problem. I mean, we've had to deal with it somewhere along the line. It was us listening to our parents. It was our parents going through their phase of not listening to their parents. And it just kind of and it keeps trickling down to the point to where nobody can responsibility for bullying and teaching and correct kids and grow up to be undisciplined who are in the streets. And at which point in the marriage, you can't go, oh Lord, tell me, no, you played a part in it. True enough, children at a certain age, and then they decide from that point. But you can't go, maybe he or she would never do that. Think about that we did. And let's be real. Just do it. But keep an option. Although someone may have been doing them return it. You got there. Read it. I mean, pretty much things in the news and what everybody's talking. Oh, and big shout out goes to Miss SP. Yes, SP Snakes. You doing big shout out to you. And thank you for subscribing. And y'all go check her out. SP News Nuggets. She got all the videos and all the nitty. Yes, she does. Check her out. Give her a like and a subscribe if you just ain't me. Can we hit that like button? Can we get a subscribe? Can we get a share? Word of mouth. Thank you. For all those listening via Spreaker or any of the other podcasts, thank you for listening. Follow, like, share, subscribe. And I say share, follow, subscribe for uncut truth. And it's the truth. Because what we're seeing is the result of discipline. And then if you start when they're young, you got a chance. They have a better chance. Your community has a better chance. So not only are we going to talk about everything that does happen, but we're also going to talk about things that are essentially the cause result effects. This is a whole learning community for the communities around the world. Every cannot teach every little thing. There's not enough time in life. And we tend to learn from meeting different people, the places who talk to, who some work with, who some go to church with, conferences, I mean, everything. So you meet people from all walks of life. And diversity is what pretty much all together. That's our world. And we should be more outspoken and verbal about our communities. What needs to can be done. And come up with solutions. Because that's what needs to be solution. A free space to ask questions, to get information, education. Because we learn every day. But, I mean, that's what this platform is about. Will the lack of discipline do harm to our children? Yes. It will do harm to our children, us, our community. So we're untaught without discipline. Discipline is basically teaching them right. Let them know that this is not acceptable. This is acceptable, and you shouldn't, take part in this. Why? Because it's wrong. Because you can hurt someone. Because no one's being helped out of this. It's senseless. Or damages the community. So that's pretty much what it is. And then you end up with the private school, the no respect for authority, drugs, clubs, you name it. Without discipline, they're gonna run amok. And they're not gonna give a fuck. Just be honest. Because discipline can't go to school and education. They're not gonna be able to get through it. In order to even go to college. So you have them kind of living out. And they're not going to get education like that. And when they have no respect for authority, that's just making it that much more difficult. I mean, because our world is definitely made up of nothing but rules. But it's to keep the peace. It's to give everyone a peaceful life. But instead of the discipline, not able to do that. The campus. You have so much police activity, you have so much crime, you have so many neighbors that are getting fed up, so they need to move. Instead, continue to fight for their neighborhood, and that's the downward spiral right there. Property goes down. I mean, the integrity of the entire community just dwindles. And crime then just fully takes over. But that discipline, it wouldn't be so bad. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. And I mean, here's some tips like discipline. Crazy or whatever, give it a try. You start when there's. Trust your child to do the right thing within the limits of your child's age and stage of development. Make sure what you ask for is reasonable. Speak to your child as you would want to be spoken to if someone were reprimanding you. Don't resort to name calling, yelling, or disrespect. Be clear what you mean. Be frank and specific. Model positive behavior. Do as I say, not as I do. That seldom works. It worked back in the day. And then again, some slip through with that, so seldom works. Allow for a little of negotiating, flexibility, because that can actually help build social skills. Let your child experience consequences of his or her behavior. That's a big one. Taking away games, taking away company, taking away privileges, TV, all that stuff. You too. Attempt it all for them. Being there doesn't help at all. That's not working. Then you really need to talk. Need to hear you. As if they would their friend. Something they don't hear, whatever. But you always do have to assert that I am your parent. I am not your friend. The only way we cool is if you do what you're supposed to do. But as far as friends, no. But again, if you punish them, make them see it through. Don't give up, because it's going to be a battle. And even as a parent, you have to pick your battles wisely. Which is the same thing you're going to have to teach them. Because then when they do go out in the world, this one is going to kick in and they're going to actually have to sit back and say, okay, no, I don't think I want to take on this battle. That lesson right there could save their life or save someone else's. It could save multiple lives, not your own, or even yours. It's discipline. I mean, whenever possible, consequences should be delivered immediately. Definitely should relate to the broken rule. And be short enough in duration that you can move on again to emphasize the positives. Your parents used to say, I'm only whooping your butt because I love you. Okay, so now we're saying it because we're not out there now. We didn't go out there and walk out to the point where we locked up in prison our lives or whatever the case may be. But we're still some that are still alive. We survive. We have social skills. We know to work how to clean. We know how to do all those things, and we know how to interact with people not in trouble. We know how to take those preventive measures because we're disciplined. We learned those lessons. True enough, some are quicker than others, but you give up. Because then you're going to have all sorts of chaos to destroy them. It's nothing to do at that point besides pray. So it should be fair, appropriate to the situation and child's age. Because you can't punish a 6-year-old like a 2-year-old. That's not. You can't punish a 2-year-old like you would a 16-year-old. They understand a somewhat bad words. And probably know a couple of just ones. But a 2-year-old, you can't talk to them like that. You're teaching them to speak that way to everyone. And they're not learning respect or discipline. They're learning anger, being mean. That's what they're learning. And be honest about yourself. They don't always do exactly what you want them to. It's just not the way they go through it. It can. Life. They're gonna need these lessons and this guide to get through this life. Better choices and decisions. To choose better ends. To be motivated and encouraged to get out and get a job career. See, the lesson is the fact that not only are you showing them that something is wrong, but you're also correcting it by teaching something new and more. and positive. A little food for thought. Teach them how to grocery shop. Teach them how to teach them what it is. They have less time to get in trouble too. And yes, it's hard work. Parents let it be done. It must be done, and I think be done. I suggest going to parenting classes. You're great at one. Pass information on, because we're supposed to be caring for each other. From head to toe, we are inside and out. Whether it's knowledge, encouragement, truth, all of it. And without discipline, none of us would know what that is. Everybody knows. It's a must in order to succeed, because we can't expect people to function and succeed if they're not taught. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all let me know. Let me know what it is you think, how you feel, comment you read. Hit me up. For everyone on YouTube, thank you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'll be back with more. Discipline. It's what we're seeing. The result of the lack of discipline is the result of timeline. We can find it. We'll help each other. Ta-ta. For all those that are still listening, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to go on over to YouTube, check out the channel. You'll find the audio and video version to this one. The audio is downloadable. We have been talking about discipline, the love, and it's a lot of it. And we're gonna continue on a few more minutes, and we're gonna go on to some of the effective discipline techniques. Maybe you know them, maybe you've taught some. Create diversions. Now, what I mean by create diversions is give their mind something else to focus on. Because if they're constantly busy or they have things to do, it's likely to get into anything. Reward good behavior. Don't expect perfection. And keep it simple, natural, and logical consequences. Avoid or save for a last resort physical punishment, as in spankings, little taps on the hand with the ruler, something small like that. It's really a attention getter and a pride herder over anything physically painful. Present alternatives. You could be doing XYZ instead. For itty bitty ones, introduce the timeout. I know. They go, come on, that is so old. Yes, it is. But it's the reason why it's so old. It's the reason why it's been around for so long. You're teaching that toddler to respect what you say, your authority. It teaches them that obviously what they were doing is wrong. So it needs to be corrected. It'll help them to remember not to do that again, or if they do that again, it's going to be the same consequence. Use grounding. Grounding is basically keeping it 100 with your kids. Look, this is not right because, say, running with scissors. Running with scissors, you're going to hurt yourself or someone else really bad. and I don't want to see you get hurt. Making things realistic. Kids tend to learn more from seeing as well as listening. Hands-on approach is one of the best. And then you have reinforce the positive. And of course, we all know take away privileges. And they're going to adjust as they get older. And sometimes you do have to go back to the drawing board and remap it out, because in today's society, things change so quickly. And as quickly as they change, that's how quickly you are going to have to adjust as a parent or guardian or counselor or whoever. But discipline is needed. Then the police wouldn't have the opportunity to abuse anyone. And the dirty ones would get caught more quickly. And no one would have to worry about being labeled. All because of the discipline. And as parents, you do have to agree. And that's the best part about being with someone when you have children. Because before the children are born, the parents should know and understand and agree on punishment and discipline methods. You gotta know if he's like, no, I don't whoop kids, I don't believe in whooping kids, or she's, well, I believe in spanking the kids and timeouts and takeaways, so that when the children are born, you know each other and you can be supporting factors for each other in the discipline. Because then the kid knows that they can't get over on either one of you. They can't really find any loopholes. And the effectiveness of the discipline works way more better. But in society, there is not much of that. So there are single parents, whether it's male or female, and they're either doing it on their own or doing it with their significant other who is a step parent. And the same goes there. You have to agree. There has to be boundaries and all those things, because for the parents, there's the discipline in that as well. You have to be capable of doing so. Coming to an understanding that these children are to be loved and cherished and taught and nurtured, not abused. And abuse is not disciplining. So there's a fine line. You have to find it. And when you find it, you roll with that. And when things change, you be ready to roll with that as well. And change up the methods as needed. So we can have less mass shootings, less violent custody exchanges, DNA battles, and hatred, and just the showing of no love and respect or responsibility or any of that. And it all stems from the lack of discipline. It's a game changer. So let's get on the ball. Let's encourage, let's inspire positive change. And it starts at home with the discipline. But it also does take a village. So you guys remember that. And as always, thank you for tuning in. Shout out to my Big O Video family, Facebook. Follow on all the social media sites, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Big O Video, WordPress, Instagram, Snapchat, on Skype. Oh, and also check me out on Collide. It's a new app out there. Check out my site there and tell me what you guys think. Oh, and I said Snapchat? Yeah, the old lady with the Snapchat. So, Stay blessed. Take care of each other. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. You've been listening to On One Radio. Let's talk. And I have been your host, Tony Williams. On One Radio is found at www.spreaker.com/user/Tony-on-and1. Like, share, follow, subscribe for raw, uncut truth. That is On One Radio. You can always call in 337-513-4478. Mondays at 9, Tuesdays at 9, Wednesdays at 9, Fridays at 9.